Put your faith in the light.
Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos. This is Lightblade, and well guys, in this one we're going to do another box opening. This time we have actually two characters that we're going to do box openings. One is my alt and one is my main. So first we're going to do the alt one, you know. This guy only has one box of heroic and one box of mythic plus. The mythic plus box is a 20 though, so it's a pretty good upgrade if we get something for 47 because well his average item level is for 38. So as long as we don't get a cloak on this guy, I think anything is going to be a decent upgrade. And if not, we can always take the shadow flame thingy, you know, to make some crafted 447 gear whenever we get enough aspect tokens on him. You may be asking, Light, why do you have two paladins? And my answer to that question is why not? I just enjoy having them, you know. I just like to play Retribution Paladin a lot, and I enjoy the gearing process of it. So okay, let's open the box. Let's check if we're in Retribution. Yes, we are. And, well, let's open the box. Maybe this guy is super lucky and he gets, like, amble or something like that from raid, you know? Okay, he's not so lucky. For 437 shoulders. We already have 437 that we can convert this week on here, so we don't really need those shoulders. Magma Mouth Scale, 447 trinket. This is a pretty decent trinket. But I'm thinking I'm just gonna take the... Oh, never mind. I can't take 6. I forgot I didn't do my 3 boxes. So we're gonna take the scale, I think. Yeah, take the scale and just call it a day. You know, it's a pretty decent trinket anyways. We might be able to replace our Dragul's thingy, you know? Dragul, Mark of Dragul on this guy. And I'll have to sim it, you know, to see if it's better. Anyways, it's a 447 trinket. And, well, that's what my alt got. Now let's go to the main. Okay, now on my main. So, my main really doesn't need anything from the box. We're happy taking like the Shadow Flame token, you know, to create some crafted gear. For example, maybe a ring here. Maybe we can make a better neck, you know, where we can customize our stats a bit better. Although this thing has leech, so it's kind of hard to like pass out. Other things that we can maybe make is a cloak. Cloak is actually a pretty decent slot to make if we don't get anything like really good from the box. Actually, there's not many upgrades that we can get unless it has maybe avoidance. From the raids, we have only 2 boxes, but we already have everything we need from the raid. We already have most of the trinkets that are important from there, with the exception of beacon, you know. But I really don't like beacon, so I just don't really care about that trinket that much. The one that is important was the elemental pocket amble, and I already have it. So to be honest, there's not many upgrades, like I said. So if it has avoidance, maybe that thing can be really good on any slot that's 447. The one thing I don't want to do is swap my 441 slots with avoidance. I have helm and I have chest with avoidance. Both are just like, I think, more value than getting a 447 of any of those slots. So hopefully if we get a chest or a head, it has avoidance or something like that. Okay, and well, let's open the vault. Let's check if we are in Retribution. We are, and well, there goes nothing. Come on, give me something good, something with avoidance, something that I can actually use. And we got shoulders with nothing, legs with nothing, ring with nothing. Okay, so this is a pretty easy choice. We're gonna take the aspects, tokens of merit, you know, so we can craft something and maybe put a socket on our 441's helm with avoidance. Like I said, avoidance is just really good for keys. I think a 441 is better than a 447 piece just because of that extra avoidance. It's like 4 or 5% extra damage reduction. It's just I think more valuable than just a bit more strength and item level. Actually, we already have shoulders. Yeah, 447. Just had to check do a little take on that. And well, let's take the tokens. I'm gonna put a socket, I think, on my helm, or make we maybe make a lariat and just do like some testing with it, you know, because we already have all sockets on gear. So I'm gonna use this and put a socket on this thing, and I'm gonna use the weekly shadow flame to maybe make either a cloak, or I'm gonna play around with making a lariat, you know. But those 2 things are pretty interesting to do, you know. And if I find that lariat is like pretty good with all sockets, I'm just gonna tell you guys in a future video. But well, for now, that's the box on my main. Okay guys, for this week's PSA on affixes, well, we have three pretty simple affixes, at least for us, you know, fortified, entangling, and bolstering. Of the three of these, bolstering is the most annoying one because, well, you know, if you bolster something high enough, it can probably one-shot someone. So just be careful with bolstered mobs. They don't get health, so they're not going to like slow down your run, but they become a lot dangerous if you bolster them high enough. Like I said, they can one-shot someone. The other two affixes, fortified and entangling, are pretty good for us because fortified is better for red paladins. We do better on trash than we do on boss fights. And for entangling, this is basically a non-affix for us. We can choose to not do anything and just Blessing of Freedom ourselves from the circle instead of moving out of it. And yeah, it's going to always happen on the same cooldown as your Blessing of Freedom, so you should always have it for the entangling affix, you know, unless you use it on another ability, you know. Sometimes you just want to move away from the circle even and not press the Blessing of Freedom. It's just a pretty simple affix to deal with, you know. For this week, I recommend using not this talent setup, but this talent specifically, you know. It's called Unbound Freedom. It helps a lot to put yourself a freedom and also put a freedom on someone else, you know, especially the tank. I would always like target the tank with the second freedom because, well, tanks don't really like to move with mobs when they're positioning them, so I think it's a pretty good idea to put it on them. Okay, to do this, I have two pretty useful macros that you can use here. One is the lazy one, and this is just cast at party 1 Blessing of Freedom. This one casts it on the leader of your group. Normally the tank is going to be the leader of group, so it's pretty simple. You press this button and it's going to go directly to them. Remember to tell the leader of the group to make the tank the leader, you know, to use this macro. And the second one is a bit more flexible, and this is a mouse over macro. So you basically just mouse over someone and you press the button, and then literally it just puts freedom on them, you know, like I'm putting that freedom on the dwarf there. Just mouse over him and just put it on him without having to target him. This is, like I said, a bit more flexible because you can choose the actual target of your freedom. You can always put it on the tank, like I said, or you can also put it on, let's say, a caster that doesn't really like to move, just to make the rotation a bit more fluid. You know, it depends on you. Okay, so those are the two useful macros of the week. Okay, so it's not a really huge push week, you know, because bolstering fortified combination is pretty deadly in certain places, but it's a pretty decent week to get some score, you know. Personally, I'm just not going to be chasing for more score for the time being, you know. I'll probably do some 22s and stuff just to get my keys, you know, because I don't want to do 20s. 20s like die too fast, so to put a bit of spice on it, I'll try to do like 22s, 21s, maybe I try to do some 23s, you know, of the things that I'm missing, just for my OCD, so everything says 23 here. But I'm not going to actively try to like get more score. I already reached my personal goal of 3k this season, so I'm pretty happy about that. I might get back to pushing if my push group like reappears, you know, we can do some stuff. But for now, I'm happy with how things went. And well guys, that's going to be all the video for today. I hope you guys had really good bolts, and well, if you enjoy my content, subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the videos. Thanks for watching everyone.